Hi, glad to have you with us. Hi, glad to have you with us. So I'm joined here by Jordan O'Brien from the Gentleman's Cove to talk to you guys about spring and summer suiting. Thanks for joining me.
Absolutely, thanks for having me.
So just so you guys know before we begin, Jordan and I filmed a whole video for his channel where we styled this suit that he has on 4 ways. Jordan got to style it 2 different ways, and then I got to do my take 2 different ways on this suit. I've linked it in the video description below, but enough about that.
Yeah, let's get into what we're gonna do here now.
So there's definitely some items in your closet that will need to transition to the spring and summer months, and that definitely includes your suits. So if you've watched any of my other videos about suiting, which I'll link in the video description below, then you know that there's a couple suits that will work year round, but I always think there's always gonna be room to add some more seasonally specific suits, don't you think?
Yeah, first of all, you can never go wrong with having too many suits, but there's always the good ones to have for year round, there's the ones that you have for winter and fall, and there's also the ones you need for spring and summer. So get as many suits as you possibly can is what I say.
So Jordan and I are gonna go through what exactly to look for in spring and summer suits. All right, Jordan, so I wanna talk about what colors and patterns everyone should look for in their spring and summer suits. Okay. So I know for myself, I really love to style my clients in greens and burgundies and browns, like more bolder colors like that. But then I also like to go then to super light colors, like, you know, a light to medium blue or a light gray or a nice camel color.
Yeah, so I like to go with the reds, the burgundies, the greens, and the blues, but if I want to spice it up a little bit, I'll go with more of like a khaki or a camel as well, just to keep it nice and muted, but not too much.
So then in terms of patterns, so I definitely think patterns are a really great way to just inject some personality and fun into a suit. So do you like to experiment with patterns with your suits?
Yeah, I love patterns. Actually, I prefer patterns over solids, just for me. I love the window pane patterns and I love the houndstooth patterns and stuff like that, but I have solid suits as well. But when it comes to patterns, I love to just kind of go out of the box a little bit.
Yes, I mean, for patterns, I really love, like what you said. So I love window pane, plaids, checks, houndstooths are really great. A nice stripe pattern is really nice as well, like a seersucker stripe.
Yeah.
Speaking though of window pane, Jordan, we have him in this navy window pane suit by Brooks Brothers. I think that a lot of guys would probably see this suit and be like, man, isn't that a little too dark for the spring and summer months? And so what I have to say though is that the reason why this navy works is because we have that beautiful window pane pattern, which really breaks up the big swath of dark fabric. So pattern is a really great way to, if you're wearing a darker colored suit, to really just make it more seasonally appropriate for the warmer months. All right, so Jordan, let's talk about fabrics. Okay. So during this time of year, there's a lot of different fabric choices out there. So we've got linen, seersucker, cotton, lightweight wool fabrics. When you're wearing your spring and summer suits, do you gravitate towards certain fabrics?
Yeah, so my 2 top favorite ones are gonna be linen and the lightweight wool. Just because the lightweight wool, you can also kind of wear a little bit more out of season as well if you want, and it's also a little bit more structured, so you can wear it as a separate piece. And with the linen, I just like it because it's very, very, very casual. It's also very breathable, so you're not gonna get super hot, and you can just kind of let it flow. But you have to watch out because it wrinkles very easily.
Yes, it definitely wrinkles a lot, but linen's perfect, especially for those of you that live in more tropical, humid environments. Linen's gonna be very breathable. It's one of the most lightweight fabrics, but you do have to just accept the fact that you're gonna be kind of a wrinkly mess, but it's just part of the look.
Yeah, it's a nice casual vibe.
Yes, and then for the lightweight wools fabrics, I know you're talking about it, it is definitely a lot more versatile. You can wear it pretty much almost year round, especially if you stick with a fabric weight between 8.5 ounces. Generally, most year-round fabrics are between 8 to 10 ounces. So just during the spring and summer months, like what you have on right now, I like it somewhere between 8.5 ounces. It's really gonna be more of a touch thing.
Yeah,
so you're gonna feel that it's a little bit on the thinner side, but it's still gonna keep you breathable. And I just feel like that, like lightweight wools work for a lot more situations.
Absolutely, 100%.
Versus like a linen suit. But then I also really love like a good seersucker or cotton suit. I think those are really great in case like linen is just too wrinkly for you.
Yeah.
Because seersucker is not gonna wrinkle on you. So, and then you've got a nice cotton fabric as well. Aside from colors and patterns, there's another way to add some flair to your spring and summer suits, and that's the way that you'll be hemming your pants. So Jordan, I'm very curious, what kind of hem do you usually use for your spring and summer suits?
I prefer no break whatsoever. I like to show a little bit of ankle, a little bit of skin, nothing too high to where it looks like floods, but just enough to kind of give that more casual vibe and show off some skin, and especially when you're wearing loafers.
I'm sure I've run into this problem, and I know my fiance Dorian has run into this problem. When you first got your pants tailored so that a little bit of ankle was exposed, did you have the issue of just a bunch of fabric flopping around like by your ankle because you didn't taper it enough?
Yeah, you definitely need to make sure you taper it. Otherwise, it's gonna be a huge leg opening. It's just gonna look like those 60s like wide leg pants.
Bell bottoms.
Yeah. So make sure if you're gonna do a no break and show a little ankle, it needs to be tapered for sure. 100%.
Yes. So I always recommend that if you want to show a little bit of ankle, then have your pants hemmed to just about the top of your ankle bone, your outer ankle bone, and you really want to make sure down from the knee down to the ankle that you taper the heck out of those pants so that you don't have a bunch of floppy fabric.
And it's gonna make it look more fitted too.
Yes,
yeah,
definitely. But I will have to say though, if you have thicker ankles or you're just a bigger guy, I don't recommend having your pants hemmed with a little bit of ankle showing, because I feel like at that point, your proportions are thrown off and it actually makes you look very hippie and like top heavy.
Yeah, no, that makes
sense. With these like skinny little carrot legs.
Yeah, no, I see he's like, what's that?
Yeah, so instead, I would highly recommend, like if you want to wear loafers and you do want a touch of skin exposed, then have your pants hemmed with no break so that your pants are just barely skimming the top of your loafers. And again, you still want to have your pants from the knee down to the ankle just tapered just slightly so that, again, we don't have that whole, bunch of flopping of fabric happening.
Yeah, the bell bottoms.
Yes, and then the third type of hem that you can do, which is your timeless classic hem, and that's a slight break. This is going to be more versatile and just work in a lot more situations because showing your ankle off is a very time and the place kind of look. You can't go everywhere. Like you can't go to the office usually with that kind of look. So that's where I would say a slight break, or you could do that no break kind of hem.
Yeah, it's timeless.
And before we end this video, I saved, I think, the best accessory for the end, and that is shoes. Are there any shoes that you absolutely love for the spring and summer months?
100% loafers, 100% of the way. Penny loafers, tassel loafers, whether they're leather or suede, those are my go-to shoes. And also because I like to show a little bit of ankle as well, so that's the kind of shoe that I like to wear with my spring and summer.
Man, I was gonna say penny loafers. I love a penny loafer on a man during the warmer months. I just think it looks so sexy, whether it's with your suiting or you can even wear it with your jeans.
Yeah.
But I also really love suede double muck straps. I love a good double muck strap, but if you are gonna wear suede, you gotta save it for the spring and summer months. So finally we get to break out suede monk straps. So I really like penny loafers and suede double mucks.
Awesome.
So obviously there are a lot of other items that are appropriate for the spring and summer months outside of suiting. So I have a whole summer essentials ebook, which I'll link in the video description below. Go check that out if you're interested for items outside of suiting. Because let's be honest, not everyone's gonna wear a suit every day.
No.
And again, remember that we have a video live right now on Jordan's channel, which I'll link in the video description below, where we styled this one suit 4 different ways, and it was just a lot of fun because again, Jordan got to do his 2 takes on how to style this suit, and then I got to do my 2 takes on how to style this suit. That is our spring and summer suit guide.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, and guys, remember, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. I also left a question in the comment section below, so be sure to answer that. I always love to hear your guys' thoughts. Have a wonderful day. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.